Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. I had to think about what day it was. um it's Monday, June 14th, and we're gonna give it a second. Uh we're gonna do gratitude first, and then we're gonna jump into I want to give you an update on our leader Chas. But let's jump into gratitude really quick first. That way we can let some people hop on this morning. Because no one's ever on time, right? Never, never on time. Um, but I want to, before I do a update on our amazing leader, Chas, I want to get more people on. So if you guys are joining us for the first time in the morning, welcome. We do this Zoom every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central, or in case you're me, 4 a.m. Whatever, right? Um, 4 a.m. is early, y'all, but um, there's just really no better way to start your day. But if you're joining us for the first time, we always start our morning out with gratitude, and we always start every day off, not just days that you hop on this Zoom, but every day. Hopefully by now, you guys that have been joining us for them in the morning, since we started this at the beginning of the year, hopefully you guys have been like getting in that habit, because it's all about creating a habit for yourself and proving to yourself that you can do something every single day. Um, and gratitude is so easy. It's not always easy to think about what you're grateful for, right? Especially if you've had a crappy ass day. But it's something that is simple, easy, doesn't take long, and you can prove to yourself that you can stick to something. And hopefully, if you've been joining us, you went and got your gratitude journal. Um, you guys can get them on Amazon. There's a bunch of different ones. They're so cute. I just feel like it's easier to stick to something when you have something cute to write in. But I always say this every morning: don't ever let the fact that you don't have an actual gratitude journal be a reason that you don't do your gratitude in the morning. You can grab a notebook, you can grab a sticky note, you can use whatever you want, but get it done. And the concept is writing down 5 to 7 things that you're grateful for over the last 24 hours, and really thinking about that, not just writing down the same thing every day. Like, I'm grateful for air, I'm grateful for food, I'm grateful for, no, really thinking about what happened over the last 24 hours that I'm super grateful for. And um sometimes, like I said, that can be a hurdle. That can be hard to do, especially if things aren't going the way you want life to go. But the point in doing that is that you can look back and go, you know what, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter, you know good or bad, there's always things that I can pull and be grateful for. And the reason we want to start out every single day with those 5 to 7 things that we're grateful for is so that we have a good day, because it's really hard to have a crappy day if you are starting your day off when you're starting your day off writing down 5 to 7 things that you're grateful for. You're going into the day the best way possible. So if you guys want to share with us, in the comments, please, 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 if you want to share something that you are grateful for that's happened over the last 24 hours, please do in the comments. I always like to, see the like, I think everybody like reading people's like little, something that's happened for you or your family over the last 24 hours. Um, and I am I think one of my favorite things to do is sending out the gratitude journals. If you guys have been joining us in the mornings, you know that we pick a winner at the end of every Zoom, morning Zoom, and you've got like different things you can choose from, and one of those items that you can choose from is a gratitude journal. So you know what? If you get on this Zoom long enough, you're going to be picked as a winner. And if you don't have a gratitude journal, then you can get it this way. You just have to tune in, right? So tune in. And I just love seeing all of the things that you guys are grateful for. So if you guys don't know, oh, and hopefully while I was talking, you guys got your 5 to 7 things written down. Um, so a lot of you guys might have not been plugging into Facebook over the weekend. I know that weekend can be a time where I I know I'm not on Facebook as much, but if you guys did, you may have seen a post that Chastity Marie's daughter posted about Chastity not being well right now, and it's I'll tell you what. I was just talking to my good friend Stacy Weisenberger last night, and we were just talking about how truly short life is, and you just never know with anything in our lives. You just never know. One day somebody's perfectly healthy, and the next day it's like, what just happened? And I know that there's a lot of you out there that have been sending so many prayers Chas's way. I just wanted to give you guys an update that Chas is in the hospital. She was admitted. She does have double pneumonia in both of her lungs. And she sent me a video last night, and she's very sick. And so I know that it's been on my heart, my mind. I think I've said a million prayers over the last 24 hours for her. And I'm hoping now that she's been admitted, that, they can really tackle this and help her get well. Um, and so I hope that each one of you guys take some time um, and continue to send those prayers her way. But Star Marie did message me this morning and asked if I minded if she would say a prayer this morning on this morning Zoom, that we could all pray together. And, here's one thing I want to put out there. I don't care what you believe in. That's your business. We're not here on these Zooms to push a religion down anyone's throat. But I truly believe that prayer, and especially prayer in numbers, is it's sending good vibes out into the universe. It is, whatever you believe, like I said, that's your deal. But I absolutely hope that you guys, no matter what you believe, will it's come together this morning. And really, as we hear Star share, I just hope that you take some time to just say whatever you need to say and put out into the universe for Chas, because I think she needs all the good vibes coming her way right now. So, Star, if you want to go ahead and
Yes, thank you.
welcome, sweetie.
So the Bible states that for where one or two gather in his name, he is the third. And I apologize for my emotions. Father God, we come to you in prayer to first thank you for bringing us all together this morning, waking us all up to a new and beautiful, blessed day. We thank you for this community that you knew in some way we all truly needed. We thank you, Father God, that you have the power and the authority to heal our bodies. Father God, we come to you boldly together to ask for your grace and healing power to be at work for our dear friend and sister in Christ, Chastity Marie, to restore her health and get her back to feeling herself. We ask you to help the hearts of all of us who love and care for her, our sweet mentor, as you heal her. Jesus, send your word to heal her today. You paid the ultimate price for our healing. So we trust that you will work in Chastity Marie. Holy Spirit, please fill every part of Chastity with your supernatural presence. Drive out all that is not good holy, and true. Chastity Marie is ready to receive the healing that you have for her today. In Jesus' name, we all pray. Amen.
And I just have to, Star, I want to thank you so much for doing that, because if you guys know Chas, um, this is exactly what she would be doing for any of you. And she does do every day. She prays over this team and over each one of you. And I know that there's personally, she's connected with so many of you on this Zoom, and prayed with you about things going on in your life. And so I just, you know, I I can't say enough amazing things about Chastity. And if you guys know her, and that's the beauty of Chas, is that if you've been around her for 5 minutes, you've seen the real Chas. She is exactly who she is, and she is, just the most beautiful soul in the world. And I am praying so big for her right now, because we need her. We we need her. And she told me to hold down the fort, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I know there's so many of you out there that are stepping up and stepping in to help. And I know she's going to have a speedy recovery. I know it, I know it, I know it. So again, please, you guys, take some time and pray, continue to keep her in your prayers. And I will continue to keep you guys updated as I get news from either her or Pat. So thanks again, Star, I appreciate it. um even on the hard days, I know one thing Chas would definitely say, and she would say, we got to get to work. um because it's stuff like this where, I think about it, it just brings so many things into perspective. But I think about the fact that Chas has built an amazing legacy. And um, because she's in this kind of business with something like this happening, because life is so unpredictable, she's able to not have to worry about losing a job. She's able to not have to worry about, you know, um, getting fired. And she's able to not have to worry about how her family is going to be taken care of while she's healing. And she's not having to worry about how a hospital bill is going to get paid. It's just such a blessing, such a huge blessing that we have with being part of Lavelle and Thrive in this business. And it's just it's so amazing. I think about times like this, and this is exactly why we need to have that drive. And it's exactly why we need to work harder than we've ever worked before, because each one of you deserve to have a life to where if something happens to you or one of your loved ones, that you will be able to take the time that you need to spend with them, or to heal yourself, and not have to worry about the things that other people have to worry about that work regular normal jobs, right? I mean, how cool is that? So I think now more than ever, this is a reminder of how amazing and blessed we all truly are to be a part of Lavelle and what you're working towards. And I know Chas would definitely want me to share that, because I know that, can you imagine, you know, being sick, or, we've all been in that place before, and not having that worry, that worry taken off the table. It's a huge thing. So I'm just feeling super blessed today for what we get to do, and the lives that we get to change, and all of your lives that are going to be changed by this company if you stay consistent and stick with it and don't give up. Um, how'd you guys do this weekend with let us know in the chat. How many of you guys did your tag team? Um, I mean, I love when they do that, and we always have a really nice paycheck the week after they do that too. If everybody took advantage, then you're going to have some amazing credits to work with. And let me tell you what, there's no better time. We're in the summer, and we see a lot of people in the summer. So Oh my gosh, Erica. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, those credits are going to come in handy, you guys, right now. Oh my gosh. Let's really concentrate on getting Thrive in people's hands. Be smart with those credits. Be so smart with how you use them. Don't just log into your cloud office and order a bunch of free stuff. Make sure you're using those credits to build your business, to build your team, get out samples. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we can use those to send out Thrive samples. Um, Unless somebody says that no, we can't, then I'm going to assume we can. I'm pretty sure we can. Um, you guys really utilize those because, again, from the beginning, from this day I joined, one of the things Chas told me is, my goal is to get out 5 samples a week. And that's been her goal since day one. And it's how 99% of my leaders were brought into this business. It's how 99% of my team the first year was brought into Lavelle was by a Thrive Experience sample, was by a 3-day sample sent to them in the mail. And we didn't have the cloud office samples back then, so it was harder for people that didn't have the money getting started, that didn't have the product. Now we really have no excuses because we now have a way to get product to people through our cloud office, and you can charge a person, get the money, and then send them the sample. So we really don't even have that um, hurdle anymore, or excuse that people have. If you really truly want to get a sample in someone's hands, anybody can do that. So, um, and here's the thing is that eh, we kind businesses kind of up and down all the time. You know what I mean? There's people just getting started now and they're like, they're on fire. And then there's people that have been with us for a year or more and they're going, okay, things are slowing down a little bit. You guys, there's ebbs and flow, there's seasons to every single business on this planet, not just Lavelle, not just network marketing, but every business. And you kind of realize and figure out what your seasons are. And I had done a Zoom for another team and I was explaining about slow. People keep using that term, slow season, and I was like, dude, I'm never slow. I mean, you I think a lot of people determine they're fast or slow based off of their PPA or based off of whether they're signing new customers and promoters. I don't determine the pace of my business based off of my cloud office numbers. I determine the pace of my business based off of my actions. And as long as I'm busy every day doing those right actions that I've been doing for 11 years now, I know that even when I'm not enrolling, I will enroll. I will always start enrolling again because I will build up my network. And when I've built relationships and when I've, you know, gone through my market, now I add new people and I build again. But I'm always busy. I'm never slow. I haven't been slow in 11 years. Even when my my PPA is 0, I'm not slow. So I hope that you guys are, um, at the very least, keeping your eye on the small prizes that Lavelle does put out there, like earning the Vegas trip. You guys are going to want to be there. I know I have gotten with some of our 200K leaders, and we are planning something in Vegas that is going to blow your mind for this team. You're going to want to be there. So, I would make every effort possible to get there. Definitely get there. Earn that trip and be a part of memories and something special. But one of my favorite things about Lavelle is they're constantly dangling carrots. There's constantly reasons why you need to keep your head in the game. There's constantly reasons why you need to be, the fact that Operation Winning is back and we can help people earn bonuses. I mean, how cool is that? So some will, some won't. It's about timing. There's, we've gone over this a few times, but there's some of you that when you grabbed some crazy amazing bonuses, um, when we just had our bonus season January through April. And there's some of you that didn't, you tried hard and missed the mark. But guess what? God gave you a really, Lavelle gave you a really cool blessing. And with a lot of prayers, guess what? They brought back Operation Winning, and it's giving some of you that opportunity that you were just right there. It's giving you an opportunity now to push and hopefully still be able to grab a bonus. So, it's all about perspective, you guys. It's all about perspective and how you look at things. And it's all about making sure that your consistent efforts do not waver. Um, don't get sidetracked. Don't get in your moods and your feels. That's the thing is, unlike any other networking business out there, like, if you owned a salon or a spa or a restaurant or a boutique or, just a traditional business of any kind, people don't get in moods like they do in network marketing. There's no talk every other day of I'm going to quit or my business sucks. Like we're the only industry that it's constantly we're in our fields. And here's the thing, being your energy and what you're putting out there and your mental capacity, all of those things factor in a business like this. So when you're getting up every day and you are thinking thoughts of, my business sucks, no one wants to sign with me, this is too expensive, everyone I talk to says they don't want it, you're already starting off your day with, guess how the rest of your day is going to go, and guess how your business is going to go, because you attract what you put out there. And so if you're constantly in your feels, right, if you're constantly getting in a bad mood or getting in your own way, then it's never going to go the direction you want it to. So I encourage you guys to look at this like a normal business of any other kind. A normal traditional business that you would go to the bank and take out a loan of 500 grand to start, and a loan you'd have to pay back, and you'd get up every single day whether anybody came into your tanning salon or not, you'd put your open sign on, like, you wouldn't sit around and talk to friends about how you're going to quit today. Like, you wouldn't sit around and talk about, no, you would just do it, right? Because you made that kind of commitment and you went into it understanding that businesses take time. And like, all of the things need to happen in a business for it to grow. Like, get word of mouth, right? Spreading the news that the business is open, and having different promotions, and making sure that people are giving you referrals, and posting about it on social media, and making up cute little business cards, and like all the things that have to happen that go into a business actually growing from the ground up. You're not sitting around every day, with the bad mental attitude. You already went into it expecting it to take time, that it was going to be slow in the beginning, that you weren't going to make any money out of the gates. All of those things, you were going into it with the right mindset. And I think that that's why people aren't sitting around moping every day, right? But in network marketing, people have unrealistic expectations. They come in, and even though people say they don't want to get rich quick scheme, that's exactly what they were looking for. Because the second people don't get rich within a month, they're like talking about quitting already. They don't look at it with the same mental capacity that they do the traditional business, because honestly, they didn't put a lot of money into it. And when somebody doesn't put a lot of money into something, they don't put value on it. And when you don't put value on something, no one else puts value on it either. So it's super easy to quit something that you paid 200 bucks to start, right? Not 500 grand that you just borrowed at at the bank, right? Like, you're not going to quit that kind of business because you put in your mind so much value on it. But it's so easy to just give up, go to the next thing, or throw in the towel, or think it's not for you, or get down, or decide I'm not going to work it today. A traditional business, you wouldn't just go, oh, well, you know what? My business has been slow this month, so I'm just not going to open. No, you would open no matter what. You've got to show up every day for this business, even when it isn't growing, even when you're getting no after no after no. Even when it seems like nothing you're doing is working, you still have to show up every day like you took out a loan for 500 grand to start this business. Like, that's the mental attitude and capacity you have to get to. And until every single person on here can get that to that place in their mind, until you can all start treating this business like it is worth $1 billion. Because listen, this business is worth $1 million. Each one of you on here, if you do what you're supposed to do, if you stick with it and don't give up, I truly believe every single one of you at one point will walk across that Lavelle millionaire stage. But that's never going to happen if you keep if you have one foot in and one foot out. It's never going to happen if you keep going back on, I think I'm going to work it today. Oh, this week's a good week, so I'm going to work it. I don't feel like working it. Like, no, you got to get up every single day and work this like it's paying you $1 million already. And that's the mindset that you have to get into. Working for working so much right now, doing all the right things for pretty much nothing in order to later on live a life that you never even dreamed was possible, right? You got to work really hard in the beginning to get to a place where then you don't have to work as hard, but the money is rolling in. Like, that's the beauty of network marketing. Um, and I think with just everything that's gone on in the world over the last year, 2 years with COVID, we're really starting to realize how amazing Lovell is and an opportunity like this is, and how many other people around you are going to start realizing how amazing it is too. But those people are never going to join you if you always have one foot out the door. They're never going to take you seriously. They're never going to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself. So I hope everybody gets to that place. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about oh, chill, rest and chill. I don't know if you guys saw the post that Jason Camper made on he had the night and day for the detox, and he's like starting my detox. Like, you guys, we have some amazing products that are coming out soon. Are you guys preparing for that? Are you guys making your list of people? Are you guys going back through Messenger, through your text messages, and anybody that's ever asked you about Thrive, are you putting them on your list to contact first as soon as these things are released? Like, these big releases are the times where you utilize that to be that excuse to reach out to people that have ever talked to you about Thrive before. Because let me tell you what, I mean, they pretty much said that chill helps with anxiety and panic attacks. Do you know how many people I know that suffer from that? And if chill really does work, holy cow, I will have a whole new market of people. People that were never interested in Thrive before, people that have denied me in the past. It could be one of our new products, the detox or the chill or the, like, it could be one of those things that pull them in, where they couldn't find the money before. Suddenly they're going to be like, I need that. Because something like anxiety and panic attacks, man, that stuff, that is no joke. And I have suffered from them since I was 5 years old. And I can tell you that there's really not a dollar amount that I could put on that would stop me from buying a product that, if it truly worked, that I wouldn't find the money to buy it. Because that is how debilitating anxiety and panic attacks can be. So, I mean, obviously, you can't go to Facebook and say panic and anxiety. You got to be really good with wording. Make sure that you get with somebody on how to word things, because we don't want to be making medical claims and get in trouble. But I mean, they said it. They're like, look, we can't say this publicly, obviously, but yes, there's ways to say it. And I am telling you, it can be a brand new product like that. Don't think because people have told you no in the past that it won't be one of our brand new. I mean, I remember when we came out with the skincare, and I had a whole new wave of people order that were not interested in the Thrive experience at all. They had told me, hell no, I don't have the money. All of a sudden I come out with the skincare and they had the money. Like, so don't underestimate the power of these new products that we have and what they can do. So make sure that you're prepared. That's what business is. It's preparation. It's preparing now for what's to come. Don't wait till the product's released to make your list. No, you all listen. Thrive is getting out there. You want to be the person that contacts your friend first, not someone else. So be prepared. Have your lists ready. Know exactly what, your plan of attack and action. You can already start making, this is what I'm going to put in my stories. This is what I'm going to put in my, my Facebook page. You can start preparing posts and what that's going to look like. So preparation, that's what people do that own businesses. They don't wait till the day after something happens. They are prepared before. So just make sure that you're taking time, that you are knowing what's coming and what's happening in Laval, what's coming up, and that you are prepared. Prepared, get consistent, and know your plan of attack. All right, so moving on, I just wanted to kind of touch on some Lavelle stuff. Moving on to, really, it's Motivational Monday. What I wanted to kind of go into and talk about was, personally, I hope that everybody is getting to a place where this isn't something that they get up every day and it's a chore for you. I hope that what you're understanding is, there is, somebody had asked me this on a call, and I thought, okay, I didn't really get to dive into this topic as much as I wanted to. If you guys were on the Zoom Thursday night, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the opportunity on the Monday's Zoom to kind of dive into this a little bit more. But basically, it was, look, what's the difference between, you know, being committed, all the time, having that true commitment, and the difference between being excited and motivated and committed. Like, because there is a difference. And I think of all the times that, if I wasn't working over the last 11 years, if I just decided to kind of lay back and chill out and not work on the days that I didn't feel that excitement, or the days that I just didn't feel like doing it, you guys, I'd never be here today. I wouldn't be doing this Zoom right now. You wouldn't be listening to me talk, because I never would have gotten here. It's not even a possibility, because there are more days that I don't feel motivated and excited than I do. I I mean, that's just life. I mean, there's so many things going on inside life, outside life, with Lavelle, outside of Lavelle. There, we all have things, right? We all have busy lives with kids and spouses and family and friends, and all the things going on with the things that life throws at us, like COVID and sicknesses, and school, and things going on with your kids. Like, there's so many things that it's easy to push Lavelle to the side, right? And it's also easy to not feel like doing it, because even though Lavelle is so amazing, I mean, even though these products have changed our lives, even though we watch people literally earn millionaire awards in this company on our very team, even though over, 1,400 people have earned an auto bonus on our team in 4 years, like, all of those things are exciting, right? When they happen, they're super exciting. It's the end of the month, people start promoting, we're excited for 2 days, and then it's back to the grind. But those times that it's super exciting, right? What are you the most excited in this business? I know I'm the most excited when I'm helping somebody reach a goal. But those in between times where, you're signing people and they're not VIPing, and they're checking out within the first week, and you can't get a hold of them anymore, there's more of those times than the other, right? There's more of the times where you feel like you're dragging people, where you feel like nobody's plugging in, where you feel like your team's falling apart, where you feel like you just lost a leg, or there's going to be more of that than the celebrations, okay? Because think about life. right? Life in general, not even to do with business, it's more or less just a chore, right? With the little celebrations in between, right? You have something to look forward in between the mundane life of going to work every day and paying the bills and right. Okay, so when we start Lavelle, we're so excited. Like, you've got that momentum, that fire in your belly. You just see the potential and all of the amazing things that can come from it. You hear the stories and you get this fire and you are so stinking excited and you're like, "Yes, this is going to be the thing that changed my life." I mean, let me know in the chat. How many of you felt that when you guys started Lavelle? Like, probably a lot of you. I know I did. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." And that fire stayed in my belly for a little while. And that fire for every single person on here was a little different. Some of you, the fire lasted a year. Some of you, the fire lasted 5 days. When you got your first no, and then it wasn't an easy ride. You thought it was gonna be easy. Some of you, the fire lasted, it's a different time frame for every person on here. But with every person on here, the one thing that's the same with all of us, just like the fire was the same with all of us, or you wouldn't be on this call, was the day you realized that that fire wasn't always gonna be there. The first day you were like, "Man, this sucks." Man, this isn't as easy as I thought. The first day that you just was like, what happened? Like, I just don't feel like it today. And you made a choice. Every person on here every day makes a choice because at some point, just like in a brand new relationship, right? When you meet somebody and you're learning all the things about them and you can't wait to be around them and everything's, oh my God, I can't wait to see him again. But then you're with them for a few years and you get to a place where you're like, okay, I'm sick of this person sometimes. Like, that's life, right? But you love them, and that fire that in your belly that you have for them, it always comes back, right? Like, it may be, they might irritate you, but it comes back, right? You always know that the love is so much deeper than just one moment or one week of, that person's irritating me, or it's a deep love, right? And you want to work at it every day, and it's a commitment. That's how you have to look at this business because it's the same thing. You've got to remember why you fell in love with Thrive in the first place. You've got to remember that fire in your belly and how do I get it back? How do I get those moments where I get to see glimpses of that fire? Just like in that relationship, right? The things that remind you of why you fell in love with that person to begin with. Why did you fall in love with Thrive? And I know for me, it's when I get that new person that's excited. I feel that flicker, right? It's when I see somebody on our team get an auto bonus, or when I read a story, or when I interview somebody and they share how Thrive has changed their life. I know the things that make that fire, flicker in my belly, that remind me of why I'm doing this, that make every day that seems mundane go, nope, this is it. This is why I continue to do what I do every day. This is why I get up even when I don't want to, even when I don't feel like it, even when the last thing in the world I want to do is share Thrive because I just don't want to today. I want to lay in bed and watch reruns of something. Like, this is why I've got to get up and I've got to do my six list and I've got to get the job done. Like, this is why I've got to do it even when I don't want to because of this feeling right here. And it's a choice. It's a choice. Here's the thing though. How cool. Like, why wouldn't you want to choose that? Because you didn't have a choice when you work a 9 to 5 job. The 9 to 5 job you have to go to, even though you hate it, you got to pay the bills. You don't get to get up every day and make a choice to work it or not. You have to go. And because it's life, because it's what you have to do to keep the bills paid, to feed your family, to keep the lights on, you don't even think about quitting. You don't think about well, I really don't feel like doing this today. You don't even let those thoughts enter your head because you can't. You physically cannot, because it is the thing in your life that is keeping your family alive, right? It's keeping you alive. But with Lavelle, it is that thing, because it isn't paying you top dollar yet, because it's not paying you as much as the job, or it hasn't taken over the bills yet. It's the very thing that you can always push to the side. It's an option in your life, and it's an option in your life because you let it be. You have got to make it like that job that you have to go to pay the bills. You've got to get it in your head that it is the same thing, and you've got to treat it as the same thing, because there's no way that you can get to the promised land. There's no way that you can get to a place where you are making amazing money and you can quit the job and you can have options and you can change your family's life and you can, do all the things that you want to do, that you deserve to do, that your family deserves. There's just no way that you're ever going to get there if you're always putting Lavelle as an option. It can't be an option. It has to be a, I have to do this. This is no option. This is, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to get consistent and I'm going to do this even when I don't feel like it, even when the fire is not in the belly. And I'm going to keep doing it until I get the fire back, until I get a glimpse. But there's no way that I'm ever going to get to where I want to go if I keep starting and stopping. And that's the thing, is just changing your mindset. I talk about that all the time, that this business is 99% mindset. It's 1% action, 99% mindset. And that will never change. That statement will always be the same, because it is the truth. Until every single person on this Zoom gets in the right frame of mind, looks at it the right way, you can't create the right habits, and you can't get in that place of having the right habits if you're not doing what it takes every single day to get in those right habits. If you're not looking at it the right way, you've got to mentally get there. So when I say it's 99% mindset, it is, you guys. So what do you have to do? That's what I want to ask everybody this morning. What do you need to do to change your mindset, to look at it to where you are going to start treating Lavelle like it is no longer an option, but it is something that every day, no matter what, whether you feel like it or not, whether you've got the fire in your belly or not, if you want to get to that place where you have options and you no longer have to go to a normal job, and you can give your family the best Christmas ever, and you don't have to put things back at the grocery store, and you can travel, whatever is on your dream board, we're all different. But whatever that goal is for you, how are you ever going to get there if you don't treat this the same way? Even more important, right? Even more important, you treat this job that you get paid minimum wage at, or whatever everybody does on here. We all get paid different amounts of money. But let's say you made 50 grand a year, 60 grand a year, 70 grand a year, 30 grand a year. We get up every day and go to a job like that where there's not much room for growth, right? We hope we can retire at a certain age, and there's still Social Security left in this world, and to just live this life where we struggle, right? Like that's the hope. But yet we don't put in high regards a business that could set us and our families up for generations. We don't treat that with the same amount of energy and excitement. We are so easy to put it on the back burner, and the second that the fire is in our belly, we're so easy to give up on it. I mean, the news is, in case everybody on here wasn't aware, the fire in the belly, that excitement is going to go away. It's not going to be there every day. And you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice. Am I going to treat this the way I need to treat it and do the things I need to do to get to where I need to go? Or am I going to be that person that ends up quitting? Am I going to be the person that ends up giving up because I am always making Lavelle second? I'm always putting it on the back burner. I'm always thinking it can come last, because we all know the thing that comes last never comes. It's just like kind of like your laundry, where you're like, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Well, I didn't have time because I had to run the kids here and I had to do this. Like, you're gonna take the things in your life and you prioritize all of them. Every person on here does it. Every day when we get up, we make things priorities and some things aren't, right? Like everything we do. For some of you, getting in the shower first thing before you even start your day, you won't even leave the house until you showered and your hair is done and your makeup's on, because that's important to you. It's a priority. And then there's some of you on here that you could care less. You're like me. You'll hop in the car with like a baseball hat and you haven't showered in 2 days and you're like on your way to the grocery store, because that's just not a priority for you. Like, but what is a priority? A priority is that I must make sure that at 3:15 I pick my daughter up from school. I must make sure that I go to the grocery store and put this in here because this is the day we do that. Like, I know what the priorities are in my life and I make sure those things get done. If Lavelle is never a priority, if it's always the thing that you can skip out on, do last, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow, it is never going to be the thing that takes over in your life. It's never going to be the thing that's going to retire you from your corporate America. It's never going to be the thing that you're going to be able to live the life that you deserve, because it's always coming second. It's always coming last. So I really want you guys to be thinking about today, as you're going through your day, what do you need to do to your mindset? How do you need to prioritize Lavelle? And how do you need to change your mindset to look at it differently, to make it a priority for you? Because once I started pretending like Lavelle was my job that paid all my bills before it did. I had to pretend like this before it ever did. Once I started pretending like Lavelle is the thing that pays all my bills, even when it wasn't. Once I started pretending that I was already where I wanted to be when I wasn't there yet, how would I act? What would I do? It would be my main priority, right? So I started pretending like I actually had a boss at Lavelle. And then if I didn't get up every day and do my income producing activities every day, that I would get fired. Like, I literally had to make my mind go there, because if I didn't, then it would have been that thing that always came last. It would have been the thing that some days didn't get done. And I knew that there was no way that it would ever grow like that. So I had to literally physically get in the mindset that Lavelle was a job, that I was getting paid by a boss, and that boss would fire me if I missed so many days of work, right? Like, if you miss one day of work a week, you're going to get fired from a job. Like, that just can't happen. So I always say this: anytime you take more than 3 days off in a row from your business, it's like you're starting over. So when I talk about that 5 to 7 year plan that everybody on here needs to be on, you've got to be on that 5 to 7 year plan. 5 to 7 years of consistent effort, not missing days. Like, so I want you guys to think about every time you've literally gone 3 days without doing something for Lavelle. And I'm not talking about just posting on Facebook. We all do that. I'm talking about actual income producing activities of making new friends, adding new people, building relationships, connections. Because every single time you've gone longer than 3 days, you just started your 5 to 7 years over again. You just started that 5 to 7 years over again. So that's what we really have to do, is look in the mirror and ask ourselves, okay, even though we're not happy with where we are or where we want to be or with what our business is doing or what's happening, have you really been doing the right actions? Have you been consistent? Or are you constantly starting your 5 to 7 year plan over again because you can't show up, because you are prioritizing Lavelle in the wrong order? I just think that's so important. So I don't know. I rambled a little bit this morning, but it's what I was thinking of. And as we're going into the summer, I just wanted people to understand that even when nothing's happening, we've got to be consistent. Even when business isn't going in the direction that we wished it was, we still got to get up every day and do those income producing activities. And even if we're not where we want to be, we have to get the mindset that we are there? How would you work, Lavelle? Borrow borrow someone else's achievements or their perspective. Take a maybe a 200K that you follow, and ask yourself, do you think Lisa works her business every day? If her paychecks are between 10 and $20,000 a week, 10,000 and $20,000 a week, do you think she shows up every day? Would you show up every day? Yeah. Like, anytime I feel a little unmotivated, I just think about my Tuesday paycheck and I'm like, okay, motivated, not losing these. Like, I want you to really get there because I had to. And you can't say, well, that's easy for you, Lisa. Guess what? I wouldn't be here today if I didn't develop and if I wasn't able to put myself in that place when I was making $0. We all started the same. We all started with the same kit. We all started with $0 in the bank. We all started in the same place, right? Every single one of us on here. I was just able to, when I started in network marketing, I knew what I needed to do. And I had the mindset already. I already had 99% of what it was going to take to be successful because I had made a decision that I was not going to quit, no matter how fast it went, no matter how slow it went. I knew what I needed to do, and I was not going to get distracted, and I wasn't going to give up or even utter those words ever, no matter how hard it got. And because I had taken quitting off the table, because I was on that 5 to 7 year plan, and because I was willing to do whatever it took, whatever the leaders above me told me to do, and because I had that right mindset already, I was already winning. No matter what happened, I was going the right place because I wasn't going to stop until I got there. So I had to borrow other people. I remember on the days that I would be scared to do something or, try something new, I would think, what would this 200K do? What would that millionaire think about this? They would just do it. They wouldn't be scared of that. And I would have to get my mindset in that place. So, borrow other people's confidence, but everybody get to a place because you're in that test season right now. It's summer and it's going to be real easy for some of you guys to check out. But I ask you, is that what you always do? Do you always take shortcuts? Are you always checking out when things get a little bit rough or when it seems that things are a little bit slower so you get slow? Like, get honest with yourself and then get real with your business. That's what I hope that everybody does, and don't get sidetracked because again, if you go take the summer off, you just started your 5 to 7 year plan over again. Okay, so we are going to end out with 100 Days to Brave. I'm not sure what day we're on, and I don't know who's ending it. I didn't ask.
Hey, it's me, it's Guy. Okay, so today we're on day 83. Be generous with your money. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. I will never forget the tsunami that hit Southeast Asia in 2004. I was a teacher at the time, and we were out of school for Christmas break. When we returned, the students in my class had many questions and a desire to do something to help. Through the Red Cross, we found that we could donate money to provide people shelter and food. So we started a change drive. Kids from all over our school would bring change and drop it in a jar. On Fridays, we would bring the jar to our room and pour the money out onto the floor. One table of students collected quarters, another dimes, another nickels, and another pennies. Then they would roll the coins. Would you believe that in a single month we raised more than $1,000 and not 1 cent was pocketed by my students? We were able to provide more than 20 family sized tents for people in Asia. When the change drive began, I would not I would have not believed that we would have had that outcome, especially when 25 fifth graders were leading the charge. But with their sweet hands, they collected change, rolled coins, and wrote notes to send home to parents all over our school. They were servants, and God was honored by their offering. Jesus said, "You can't serve God and money. It just doesn't work." You might think you don't love money more than God, but where is your money going? Are you using your money in a way that honors Him, in a way that serves His people? Are you being irresponsible with your money and living off credit cards? God blesses us when we give our tithes and offerings to Him. He uses our money to spread His love to others, and He blesses us so richly when we are generous. It's not easy, I know, but are you brave enough to believe that if you are generous with your money, you won't run out? Walk in obedience to God's word and be generous with your money. Take that brave step today and see how God blesses others and you through it. Today's task: be brave. Give a little money away today to a church, an organization, a friend, or a group you believe in.
Thank you, Sky. I appreciate it. Okay, we got to pick a winner. Um, who who's never won anything on the morning show? In the chat, let me know. I think I'll pick like, I don't know, the fifth person that hasn't won anything. Hold on. April Underhill. April, you're this morning's winner. Will you get with whoever, myself, any one of us, get us your address, and we'll give you the list that you can have to choose from, and we'll get your gift out. And again, you guys, if you could please take time and just keep Chast in your thoughts and in your prayers over the next couple days. I appreciate y'all so much, and I know that she will appreciate it as well. I will keep you all updated. I hope you guys have the best Monday ever. And thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys Wednesday morning. Same time, same place, same link. Don't forget to plug into us. Bye, guys.